Yeah, it's just where you're sitting. There's been a guest named Bald Brian who's been on a couple times.
Yeah.
And he always gets fucked because he's sitting next to someone who doesn't play the game right. And so that's why Paul wanted to sit where he's sitting.
Because I'm Bald Brian to him kind of thing?
You're my Bald Brian.
Oh, thanks. That sounds sweet somehow.
You'll always be my Bald Brian, Jen.
Thank you. You'll always... I don't have an example.
That actually touched someone's heart.
I know. There's probably some mentally ill people here. What? Why do people get quiet when I say that?
Because there are.
When you accuse others of being mentally ill,
I meant
people are usually like, I don't think you're talking about me.
I don't mean in a bad
Nobody
way.
that's mentally ill even thinks they're mentally ill, probably, right?
Yeah.
May I share a quick story with you?
Sure.
When I was doing open mics in Philadelphia, when I first started stand-up, there was an older woman named Joyce, who was one of the regular comics, and she had the craziest opener that I'd ever heard. She was a woman in her 60s, an elderly African-American woman, and she would come out on stage and say, "How many people out there think they look like me?" And there'd be
very few takers.
There'd be no takers. There would be a very confused silence.
Nobody thinks they look like her.
Well, I always imagine, were you supposed to really take stock at that point? Like, I guess I have to admit, I look like Joyce. Or were you supposed to, spot the people in the audience? Like, that guy should be raising his hand. He clearly looks like Joyce.
Weird. That's a thinker.
Yeah.
That's a thinker.
I think about it to this day, Jen.
Apparently.
I think about it to this day.
That's the whole story?
That's a shitty thing to say to someone.
It is?
What? Yeah,
I liked it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give it a big build-up like I did.
Yeah, with your whole, can I tell a story?
Yeah.
I don't know, can you? Turns out, not really. The messages you get from people, the messages I get where people are like, oh, finally an episode where you talked about movies. Like, we get off of movies maybe 5-10% of the episode at most. And people are still like, when are you going to talk about movies on your movie show? Like,
everyone, the whole thing.
Yeah, they give me like the Leonard Maltin game. How can we not talk about movies during the Leonard Maltin game? It's all about movies.
Do you write back, when are you going to lose your virginity, nerd?
Oh!
That's why I've been writing that a lot.
Get out of your fucking mother's basement and do some shit with your life.
Yeah. Unless you're 13, then stay for a while and
You
go to get an education.
You look like Joyce, I would say.
Ow, I just hit my tooth.
Results speak for themselves.
That's how you make a story work.
Results speak for themselves.
Wait, I have a story that's about Paul and now does have something to do with movies because Paul's been in a movie and so is the other person in the story. Because I just...
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you noticed, I just hit my tooth on the microphone. It reminded me of my favorite night.
Doug, will you indulge me in another story?
This is the best story in the world.
I'm going to regret it, but Jordan, get ready with that baseball. He always brings a baseball with his name on it, and it's good to know that it's here because he could just throw it at one of your heads.
No, I think this story is
It's jolly old England?
If the subject gets off of movies for too long, just chuck that thing.
I think this is a sweet story. It's very quick, actually.
We were at a party together, and people, it was late in the party, people were drunk, and people were dancing.
3 a.m. People were dancing.
People were dancing, and the song that came on was Wang Chung's Everybody Have Fun Tonight.
But wait, before you forget, for some reason, all of our friends had left the party, and strangers were coming in at 3 a.m. dancing.
Not important to the story.
I think it's...
Thank God you stayed out of his Joyce story.
Which was already over.
Well, I was going to point out in the Joyce story that there were strangers in the audience that had come in.
Yes. A lot of strangers that come into the comedy club.
Yeah.
To watch the show.
Audiences are full of strangers. Okay.
So, Zach Galifianakis was at this party. And
he's in movies.
Way before he was famous.
This is before anyone gave a good goddamn about it.
Oh, no one gave a shit.
He hadn't even done Out Cold yet at this point.
Oh, no. This was 8-9 years ago. I mean, this is a long time ago.
So he's standing on the periphery of the dance floor.
Going right up behind people.
As Wang Chung is playing, he's standing there with his arms crossed holding a beer. And then when it got to the chorus... everybody Wang Chung tonight. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. On the Wang Chung part, he would say, "Everybody loves Raymond tonight,"
and stand behind someone and whisper it.
They cannot hear him.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Only Jen and I can hear him. And at one point, he did it, and I laughed so hard I turned around and I perfectly turned and landed my face with my tooth hitting the neck of this beer bottle, like clink,
like he did it on purpose
with precision. Yes, like hey guys, watch this trick I'm about to do.
I know it's not the greatest story, but it has some elements.
Don't you sell out our story, Jen!
If you're drunk at 3 a.m. and your friend hits their face, and no one hears this weird guy with a beard going, "Everybody loves Raymond tonight." I mean, it's like, you can't even laugh that much.
I wish that for all of you in the audience. To have that exact same experience.
And it'll never happen again.
No.
So, Tony.
Oh, hi. Is this the longest anyone's
Sorry,
gone
Tony.
on the show without saying a single word?
No, because I've had Adam Carolla on before.
Touche.